Hey Collective and Soul Tribe, happy Wednesday. It is February the 25th. I will be using a couple of oracle decks when it comes to your past life, inner child, work your light, and golden future messages. So let's jump into it and see what you guys might need to know. I hope you guys are having a wonderful, wicked Wednesday. All right, we are halfway through the week. For those who have been watching me for a while now, hello and welcome back again. And for those who are new to my channel, hello and thank you for stopping on by. Okay, like I always say, my messages are here to have guidance, clarity, and understanding. I'm not here to tell you guys what you want to hear. Unfortunately, I'm that one person that's like the cousin or auntie or the bigger sister or whoever that will tell you the truth, okay, and not fluff certain things. So when it comes to certain readings, I'm a little different. Okay, sometimes it may be a very strict program over here. It may seem very military, but I kid you not, it's not. It's giving advice in a sense where it's advice that you can still take away with you no matter what. Even if it doesn't happen to you, there's someone else that may be able to take that advice. And also when it comes to learning from other people, you learn from other people's mistakes as well, as somebody who is able to see things and understand things from a different perspective. So again, those who understand that, I appreciate you guys. I thank you guys because, we see each other. We are here. And for those that don't understand that, that's okay as well. There's no judgment. Like I said, I'm not here to people please. I'm a vessel and I'm here to relay messages. Whether people like it or not, I'm just here to relay the message that is being sent to me in that moment in time. All right, guys, so let's jump into it. Let's see what you guys might need to know when it comes to the energy, and let's see, when it comes to past life and all that good stuff, what you guys might need to know in general. Okay, but yeah, let's see. Spirit, what messages do you have for the collective when it comes to past life energy, inner child, work your light, and golden future? What do they need to know about all four of these things when it comes to their path and the journey that they're taking at this time? How does this relate to the collective at this time whenever they see this video or message? So how does this relate to the collective at this time when it comes to their energy? What do they need to know for February 25th when it comes to this energy, please? Thank you, Spirit. So first card is personal power. Okay, some of you guys, when it comes to past life energy, there's something about strength and determination. You could have personal power when it comes to you, or remembering who you are when it comes to your personal power. So, sorry, something about, I just had a hiccup. Something about you stepping into your personal power, but not only that, the strength and determination that you have and how you show up is very significant. This is talking about angel number 7, okay, when it comes to spirituality, inner knowing, okay, there's something about clarity about your personal power and trusting in divine timing that could be very significant. So for some of you guys with the number 3, we're talking about, communication, you being a creator, an artist, or an inspirer. And then also with the number 4, this is talking about stability, structure, and foundation. Okay, so addictions could have been very significant, like I said, with the number 7. Okay, there's something about reactive behaviors or, reclaiming your power. So even if it's not addictions, like I said, in a bad way, this could be gambling. This could be eating a lot of certain foods, eating too much sweets, things like that, right? There's something about reactive behaviors that could be very significant. Okay, certain things that maybe you deal with, they could have been reactive, right? So like say you guys are stressed, there's something about stress eating, right? When it comes to, gambling, some of you guys were gambling because of stress, like when you do certain things that you don't normally do, but because you're stressed, you're going to do those things. So there's something about inner knowing when it comes to trusting in the divine and awakening your spiritual gifts, but also having reflection and clarity about maybe a past life energy that you once had. Okay, but For some of you guys, when it comes to this, there's something about seeing other people too that have reactive behaviors. And also when it comes to reclaiming your power, that is also significant. So again, you could be somebody that, whether this addiction could be food or whatever the case is, it may not be something that's that bad. It could just be something that you do, unfortunately, when you're stressed or when you're going through something or whatever the case is, right? But for some of you guys, when it comes to power, you could have other people in your energy in the past where you were in your personal power or whatever the case is, and you were always around people who had reactive behaviors, okay? Because you were reclaiming your power. So if you were someone who reclaimed your power against people who had reactive behaviors because of their addictions, maybe people have drinking addictions and things like that, or gambling. Okay, because you're somebody who is reclaiming your power, you maybe can see things from, a different perspective or a different light. So you could see when people were going through addictions, or you could see things about certain people, like you have an inner knowing when it comes to your power. Okay, and you stepping in your power is you stepping into your strength, right? Yeah. Phobias, right? Anxiety, overcoming fears, right? So there's something about you overcoming fears, overcoming obstacles when it comes to family. Okay, for some of you guys, this could be releasing family, letting go of family, things of that nature, right? Even when it comes to healing relationships, there's something about, heart-centered leadership and balance between giving and receiving. So when it comes to giving and receiving, and anxiety could have been significant in overcoming fears, but there is something about, being able to overcome your fears. But whatever this is too, this is about you creating your own abundance as well when it comes to family. So if you're releasing and leaving something behind, this could be family. Okay, this could be family dealing with their addictions and releasing that, because again, you reclaiming your power because of other people's anxieties. Maybe they're, projecting their, insecurities when it comes to you overcoming your fears. There's something about moving towards calmer waters as well that is very significant when it comes to the number 6, right? So again, for some of you guys may resonate with that when it comes to the energy. There's something about, you moving forward. In the past, if you had fears about certain things or certain phobias, you guys are overcoming that when it comes to you stepping into your power and reclaiming that. And that could be something that you guys could have had to heal within your inner child, even when it comes to like you guys working your light, but we're going to get to that eventually. But this is something about your past life when it comes to you overcoming something. Okay, so let's see how this message plays out for the collective. Yeah, loneliness, right? Longing for love could be very significant. So some of you guys, when it comes to loneliness, there could be something about past life energy where, while you were stepping in your personal power, you could have been dealing with other people's insecurities, like I said. Now, if this is you, you could be someone who doesn't like to be alone. Now, I don't feel like this is the collective. I just feel like this could be the collective and someone's in the collective's energy. So you could be someone who's very strong when it comes to strength, stepping into your personal power. But in the past, you could have dealt with people who had certain addictions and reactive behaviors, especially when it comes to anxiety and overcoming fears of loneliness. So someone in your energy may have fear of loneliness. Okay, for some of you guys with the number 20, this is about divine partnership, right? Reflection of source. So when it comes to you being a mirror and you reflecting onto other people, there's something about union of opposites, right? But then higher compassion when it comes to divine timing and emotional acceptance, right? There's something about being alone. So if you're somebody who you can be alone, that's your emotional acceptance. Like you understand that you don't care if you have a partner or if you do, you can still be alone. But unfortunately, there's other people in your energy that they don't know what it's like to be alone. They don't like being alone. It scares them to be alone. And because of that, you're stepping into your personal power because you can be alone. So like say, for example, in a past life, you didn't like being alone. Now in this lifetime, you don't care to be alone, right? Or you know, say it was something where someone in the past, like, you know, they were trying to force you to be together all the time, if it's family or friends or whatever the case is. In this lifetime, you're stepping up and saying, no, I'm not repeating the same cycle that I did in a past life. I'm changing my cycle now, right? So this is about rewriting your own present and future. That's very, you know, significant for some of you as well. So let's see what else shows up when it comes to the energy, when it comes to some of you guys could be longing for love. Okay, there's something about loneliness. Again, you guys are stepping into your personal power, stepping away from loneliness and creating your own community, or creating your own diversity, or whatever the case is, right? But there is something about something not lasting forever. Like, you're not going to be alone forever, basically. Okay. So, Spirit, what other messages do you have for the collective at this time when it comes to this energy, please? What other messages do you have for the collective at this time, please? Thank you. Yeah, devotion. I said you guys are not going to be alone anymore. 35. We have spiritual practices and also intuitive history. So you guys are not alone, right? This is about your devotion. This is about you stepping up and, you know, doing what you need to do, okay, when it comes to the energy, right? So again, when it comes to you and your powers, your gifts, your talents, you guys are stepping into the spiritual type of energy with the number 35, right? So take what resonates with that. And also, this is also angel number 8, right? This is about power. So you guys are, you know, stepping into your devotions. When it comes to spiritual practices and also intuitive history, you are stepping into your power in this way, right? For some of you guys, when it comes to loneliness, like I said, if you're somebody who can be alone, whether this is about, you know, being with somebody or not, there's something about you being able to still step into your power and still show up as someone who's devoted, whether or not you're alone or whether or not you're with anybody, right? So there's something about having your own power. Now, in the past, this is the energy that you dealt with, but then your inner child, what are some things that could have happened, right? So yeah, say yes. Now is the time to be open and receive, okay, with the number 30. This is about creativity. Like I said, devotion, spiritual practices, and personal power. There's something about you saying yes to your personal power and being open to receive at this time when it comes to the energy. Okay, so let's see what else. So inner child energy about you, you know, stepping or tapping into your inner child is very significant. We have listen, okay, it says your inner child has something to say, okay? So again, with the 25th, today is the 25th, okay? So the number 25 could be confirmation again when it comes to inner knowing. Okay, with the number 7, this is again, like I said, spirituality, wisdom, and introspection. There's something about you listening to your inner child when it comes to inner knowing and awakening your spiritual gifts. And also divine timing is also significant. Yeah, seek guidance in this. So some of you guys, when it comes to it's time for a different perspective, there's something about you listening and seeking guidance in this with the number 31. Okay, this is about you building stability and structure and foundation. So if you guys are building something long term and establishing roots and inner strength, there's something about seeking guidance about this when it comes to like your skills, talents, and gifts. So some of you guys could be seeking guidance, meaning like asking your guides or ancestors, or there's something about going within. Okay, this could be either getting a reading done for yourself as well for some of you guys that resonate like that. But something about you guys seeking guidance when it comes to, you know, needing a different perspective from somebody else, right? But also being respectful about that person's boundaries, okay? Yeah, let it go. So it says, let go what no longer serves you, okay? So with the number 23, you guys could be letting go. This is about change, okay? Letting go what no longer serves you. At the bottom of the deck, you guys could be setting boundaries, okay? When it comes to claiming your power and knowing your value today, right? So again, claiming your power and knowing your value today could be anything. It could be a job. It could be a home situation. It could be anything. Okay, but know that you guys are stepping into your power. Now, when it comes to you working your light, let's see what the energy shows up as. Let's see what comes up. Because again, this is almost like past middle, and also future in a sense, right? So warrior woman, it says, have you answered your deepest calling? Okay, so take what resonates with that. That could be confirmation. Some of you guys may know what this is when it comes to your inner knowing, when it comes to your calling. Okay, sharing your voice is very significant as well. So some of you guys are coming out of the cave, right? There's something about you being able to share your voice, expression. Pyramids are also significant. Creating heaven on earth is happening at this time. You guys are creating heaven on earth at this time, and also trusting the niggle. Okay, trusting your inner knowing. What is your, your gut trying to tell you at this time when it comes to this energy? And are you listening to your gut at this time? Okay, so something is telling you something at this moment. Okay, take what resonates with that. Yeah, align your life. It says what is not aligned or needs to change. So you guys are changing what not aligns with you, but now you guys are moving in alignment. So if it is alignment, then you're going to do it. If it's not alignment, you're no longer going to do it. So some of you guys are going through an awakening when it comes to energetic upgrades. Okay, this is about a new way of being. This is about integration. Yeah, birthing a new age. Okay, birthing something new, dreaming a new world, soul family. Okay, calling in your soul tribe. You're not doing it alone at the bottom of the deck. So take what resonates with that. And let me see about the future, what is to hold, right? Now, the future could be anything. The future could be tomorrow. The future could be a week from today. The future could be 2 hours from now, okay? The future could be a year from now, okay? So please take what resonates with this whenever you see this. But let's see what else shows up. Oops. 2 cards showed up. Okay. Clothing. Okay, so how you express yourself in your clothing could be very significant. Okay, there's something about letting yourself express your outer expression or your inner expression as well, but something to do with your clothing and how you express yourself. Now, you may express yourself through clothing, but if it's not clothing, there's something about you coming out of the cave, okay, trusting your gut, stepping into your awakening, and being that voice that needs to be heard when it comes to warrior spirit energy, okay, you letting your outer express your inner, okay, we have communal markets, okay, trust that all you need will come to you, okay, so when it comes to community, right, take what resonates with that. This could be you guys when it comes to community, helping your community, being with one within your community, okay, providing when it comes to abundance in a community as well. But when it comes to wealth, abundance, happiness, know that whatever it is that you need will come to you, okay? So if that's support from the universe, you're going to get that support. If that's, you receiving new people like clients or people to show up in your energy, know that that will come up to you eventually when the time is right, okay? But let's see, jump shift your life. Okay, so there's something about tuning into crystals as well. Some of you guys could use crystals, okay, in order to jump shift your life. There's something about quantum leaping at this time, okay, and also manifestation and mind control. So some of you guys are focusing on your thoughts at this time, okay? Yeah, health and healing. Tune into your blueprint with the number 14. At the bottom of the deck, we have dragons. Okay, send dragons to heal the world as confirmation. Dragons are very significant. All right, guys, but I am going to end it here. Please take what resonates with you whenever you see this. And again, thank you for the love and the support that you guys have been giving to me, sharing at, in general. I appreciate that. And again, you guys can follow me on YouTube and TikTok, where I post most of my videos on both of those platforms. Check out my website, www.mysteriouslyunique.ca, where you guys can book a reading or check out my blog. All right, guys. I love you guys so much. I hope this, message resonated with somebody some way, somehow. But know that you guys are going through some type of health and healing, and know that you guys are tuning into your blueprint, okay? So again, thank you so much again, you guys, and I'll see you next time, all right? Love you guys. Bye.